starport, put all those to control 4, wow, 2 hatcheries. So yeah, that's an interesting way of doing things. But yeah, put things like your starports, factory, and barracks all on control group 4, like all of them, and then you can just tab build. And again, doesn't look like too much is going on there. Nothing I should be worried about. So yeah, orbital commands in control group 5, barracks, factory, all that in control group 4, and then you can tab build while you're fighting. And then as Terran, what I like to do is put bio units, so Marines, Marauders, all in control group 1, and that way everything on control group 1 is going to be your stim group, and then everything control group 2 is usually where I put my tanks, so that's your siege group, and then control group 3 is going to be where that's kind of mixed, really depends. Again, 1v1, if I'm playing against Protoss, then I'm probably going to have ghosts, so control group 2 is going to be my EMP group. But if I don't need ghosts, it's usually going to be my air group, so I'll hotkey like Valkyries and maybe medvacs to that group. Actually, typically not medvacs, but definitely Valkyries. And then in this case, obviously there's both Zerg and Protoss, but I won't be getting ghosts in this game. I'm not sure why actually. Probably would have been a good idea to get ghosts, but I don't end up with those this game. Because ghosts are always good to have against Protoss. It's pretty much a hard counter to their race. I mean, you can take out all the shields, and it makes them shy away from going some sort of Archon or High Templar build. Because if you can sneak a ghost and an EMP all their High Templars, then bam, they have no energy. And then obviously no shields, but really what you're worried about is the energy if you're trying to sneak in. And that's something that you'd see me do a lot of times against a Protoss, is you'll see me sneak ghosts in, cloak, and then run in. Also a good thing to do, so they're kind of pushing out here, but this is really odd to me because he pushes out and it's just the Protoss. And so his whole army's dead, and now I'm looking and oh, there's all the mutas and Zerglings from the Zerg. Also, I forgot to mention something, is that you can see I went Valkyries, and the reason I did that is because almost like 80-90% of the time when you see a Zerg turtle up like that, it's because they're trying to tech to something quickly. And every time, well, obviously not every time, but almost every time it's Mutalisks, so they'll be doing Speedlings and Mutas. So just, and that's another tip, if you see the Zerg turtling up, think Mutas, so scan often and get a starport. If they aren't going Mutas, then whatever, just you can get medvacs. But if they are going Mutas, then you obviously want to have those Valkyries, and maybe even mix in a few more Marines than you would have normally. Because again, the Speedlings, Mutas, Marauders, not that great of a unit. I would still suggest having them, because if they have any roaches at all, maybe they did some sort of tech switch you weren't aware about, you want a few Marauders, and the slow is always nice. And if you think they're doing that Speedlings meta, definitely keep getting tanks, because the siege mode tanks are just one shot. So we're moving in here, feeling pretty good, just stim up. And I forgot my tanks, but they're now coming in. And I also forgot my Valkyries. So that's pretty awesome. So I lost pretty much all my units, and I got my tanks here. But he doesn't have all that many mutas left, and the Hydralisks from my partner will mop that up. Yeah, and you see here, I'm just trying not to get supply blocked because I have so many minerals that I don't really even need to use the mules or scans really. So here we've kind of got them by the ropes. We got a few units still, but for the most part, we're looking pretty good. It's kind of hard to see how they can come back at this point. Most of my army died, but, well, I guess not actually, because I forgot most of it. It was pretty amazing in there. So he's just frantically trying to warp in units. I've got way more Valkyries than I need, but whatever. So back here, just keep on building up units. I know, so he did bring in some more mutas. So now I finally have my Valkyries here. I really don't know why I got Corruptors. I mean, I guess they would take out my Valkyries, which isn't the worst decision ever. But, I don't know. I mean, the Valkyries... Oh, so now my buddy's telling me he's Dark Templar, which I wasn't paying attention for. That's what I was talking about when I gave him that shared control. He could have just done it himself, because I really wasn't paying attention. But yeah, those DTs killed all my tanks. But now I'm watching for it. And this actually, I did this game a little bit earlier. So those macro tips I talked about, I don't even think I do them in this game. But, you definitely see me do it in the 1v1s when I record them. But yeah, I did this one a little bit earlier, and I thought I'd just cast it because I wanted to get some games in. And I did it with my buddy, and he's pretty good, so... We had pretty good teamwork, but I don't know, I didn't really play it all that well. But now I've got the medvacs and mainlining more tanks in, but at this point it's pretty much over. There's really nothing they can send in. Yeah, just getting more Valkyries. You see here I'm coming back to my base to build all these units, which isn't all that good an idea. Because if I had them all macroed to 4, then I wouldn't have to have come back. I could have just been over here the whole time. So more Corruptors coming in for whatever reason. And we still have Hydras, and yeah, so Teal leaves, and this one's pretty much over. So I'll bring you guys the next game. I'll try and have them all up as soon as I can. And there's the score. I'll see you guys next time.